Hello, and welcome back to our German 1890 campaign, Blood and Iron. Uh, Last episode, we had a little bit of a problem pop up where, despite sending out as many airstrikes as we could, um, we couldn't really seem to land any decisive hits on the enemy. In return, we lost two of our fleet carriers. Not our most modern, but Uh, definitely two good ones, 40,000 tonners. So I think in the meantime, we're just going to let this play out. We're going to hope that our submarine warfare can pull this one out for us, and we're going to stick to Northern Europe as our battleground. Maybe avoid taking any battles that are right off the French coast or right off the British coast. But we'll see what they. Oops, hang on. See what they have to offer. Oh, I hit the wrong button there. That's fine, but we're not going to fight over here in the Caribbean because we're going to be massively outnumbered. So we'll decline, losing 238 victory points. That's way less than we would have lost by losing the ship itself. We have a battle right off the Irish coast here. We've got 1, 2, 2.5 carrier groups. It's kind of weird. They've mixed our carriers together. We're going to go ahead and decline this one. It's only 285 victory points to decline. This one here looks a little bit better for us if we can get this one off the coast of Iceland there. I'm kind of afraid of what's going to happen here, but we will take this fight because we got to try to claw back some victory points. And I think we're close enough to. Oh, it's a convoy defense. Okay, well, maybe we can use this to our advantage somehow. Unknown radar contact. South. So we're going to go to max speed. We're going to turn on fire at will. Reserve our torpedoes. Looks like we've got mixed destroyers in here. I saw one that goes 35 and others that go 34. But there might just be a speed enthusiast in charge of that ship. Of course, they're locking onto our light cruisers instead of the destroyer screen that's out in front. We're going to turn off fire at will, so we're not just pumping all of our missiles into that lead ship there. We want to save a little bit for the other group over there. Yeah, we'll detach it. We'll detach the other one that took a couple of hits as well. And we'll just immediately send them home back to port. This thing here. It still has SSMs. So I'm going to manual fire the Mo. We're going to choose targets in the back there. We'll fire everything. And then we'll turn it around and run away. I'm going to keep these destroyers between. They still hit our light cruisers. What do you know? What a surprise. Okay. I don't know. It doesn't seem like we're outnumbered here, but let's manual fire 114. And we'll turn on fire at will for everything else because it does look like those other ships are out in front now. All right, we're going to slow that. Well, I guess we'll slow down to cruise speed, but We have a lot of SSMs left on these light cruisers. Where are the launchers at? Oh, they're midship launchers. Okay. So we got to go parallel to them in order to get some missiles off, I think. Man, the 114 is just sinking, isn't it? So I do want to unmask our light cruiser missiles, which means I need to get them out from behind the destroyer screen. We are scoring some hits here. Maybe we'll go in close with these light cruisers and try to gun down whatever is left alive. Looks like there are some crippled ships, which is good. And have we launched our torpedoes already? It looks like it. Oh no, these don't have any torpedoes. Okay, that explains it. Well, my bad. Do we have any destroyers that are healthy? The 114 is damaged. Actually, it's sinking back there, so we're just going to put these into a line ahead formation so we can do some torpedo warfare and bring them back down here to help finish these off. And of course, for whatever reason, we're not shooting at these with our guns. All right, looks like we did sink, I don't know, potentially a cruiser or something. They look like the US ships, so let's slow these down to cruise speed and send them home. Or not cruise speed, but like 6 knots, flooding speed. All right, so we lost 2 destroyers, but we sank 3 light cruisers. So that's not bad, and we saved all of our merchants. Picked up a couple of survivors. We took some damage, but that's not a bad engagement. That gives us a little bit of victory points. 3,000, about 2,000 if you count what they earned, basically like differential. We are fighting the world here. Let's see if we can get lenient terms for a peace. No. Yeah, we'll do a new helicopter. Why not? They're never fast. We'll do range. We'll do reliability. All right. So the French have lost a heavy cruiser. Japanese lost a light cruiser. Thank you, Japan, for at least participating. And we really want to break this blockade somehow, but just not looking good. Tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to start building up our docks a little bit. I know we keep getting penalized on the docks because we're not producing a lot of ships, but here we go. We're going to copy that and paste that. There we go. So we're going to have 2 little light carriers just spamming a bunch of fighters, light fighters. But I'd like to get their docks up to like maybe 53,000, and it probably won't be necessary because I think the new build I have in mind is like 48,000 displacement maybe. But I want to build like bigger, some bigger carriers because we have lost 2. Like I was hoping to go to the end with the 8 that we had, but that's just not going to happen, and we're probably gonna lose this port down here as we decline this battle. And this one's right in the Gulf of Britain. I don't know what our entire fleet would be doing out there. We're going to decline this one because we have the intelligence advantage. This might be worth taking. We're pretty far away from the French coast. They declined. Cool. So we're fighting valiantly for the Dominican Republic, which ugh, I feel like taking so I feel like taking ports in the Caribbean was a mistake because it really does leave us vulnerable out there. Well, we're causing hardships for Britain. All right, let's build some of these new cruisers. We can build six. We can build eight. And be in a little bit of a deficit. We need them. Like we need these pretty badly. And once the war ends, we're to be in massive debt. But hey, maybe it'll stretch on for another 10 months or something. Who knows? So let's push on. We don't want to take this battle either. It's going to be one cruiser against the world, essentially. But yeah, this whole Caribbean thing, we are really, yeah, like the enemy has 15 aircraft carriers. Um, they actually have 20 aircraft carriers. So we're going to go ahead and decline that one. Nice, we have an interception here off the British coast. We'll take this fight. Because it might just be a cruiser versus a cruiser, or maybe our cruiser versus corvettes? I don't know, we're gonna see. But yeah, I gotta be honest, I really lost a lot of my like desire to push this campaign all the way to 1990 just due to the fact that we're losing so badly in these fights. And I don't feel like I don't feel like I'm doing anything wrong here. Oh boy. Why didn't our missiles hit? Did we only have one? Well, let's get close. Oh boy. And here come the missiles. Oh boy. Yeah, this ship is oh man, how many missiles does this thing have? Yeah, we're done. So that light cruiser, what was that? I don't even see it on the list. Here it is, the champion. Oh my gosh, it had 12 heavy SSM launchers. So yeah, that's a good win for them. No, we're not we want like something where we don't get screwed. So we're gonna go for prestige. We're still fighting in the Dominican Republic. Oh my gosh, this is just a horrendous way to go through the 1980s, isn't it? Keep losing ships to mines. Uh, maybe I just don't have enough minesweepers. I don't know. But we're causing a lot of problems for Britain, which might force them out of the war. Well, let's take a look at our design here. Aren't our Hamburg Express, well, they're on trade protection. Oh, we don't have any minesweeping gear on there. What about these, oh, okay. I guess maybe that explains it. We don't have minesweeping gear anywhere. We've just been losing ships left and right to mines. Kind of weird. In the 1980s. But, you know, as they say, it is what it is. These Z111s are still somehow, these still somehow obsolete, even though we went through a whole modernization program, but I guess I missed them. Uh, the uh, the good news, I guess, about losing our cruisers like we are, is that our monthly balance is going down. Hey, hey, hey! We'll take that. Is that it? Is that the war? We'll get a little bit of economy. No. So they've all resolved to keep fighting. Okay. Lost another ship to a mine. Well, now we can turn the fury of our submarines onto the French. Maybe capitulate them out of the war. So about another 7 months, and we'll have a whole new set of submarines in action. And then a couple months after that, we'll have a nice big wave of more subs. So that'll keep us in the war. But we got Britain out of there at least. Did we start out fighting the French at first, and then the Brits jumped in, or did we start out fighting the Brits and the French jumped in? I can't remember. Oh well. I guess it doesn't matter. But it is kind of funny that we knocked them out so quickly. But they are an island nation, so we have nothing to contest this with. I don't know what's going on over there. They're just getting free. Hey, nice. Nice. Yes, we can win this. Well, we lost oh, the US troops have been defeated. Man, we held the Dominican Republic? That's kind of funny. Oh, okay, well, didn't sink as many merchants this month. In fact, we lost a lot of merchants, but we are causing some hardships for the enemy. We got all this trade protection in Northern Europe, and yet their raiders are still like just going to ham on us. Kind of not cool, bruh. So I want to look. I want to look at our light cruiser designs that we're working on here. Um, two heavy SAMs, eight medium heavy SAMs, two medium SSMs. Man, honestly, these Palau, I don't know, I'll call them Palau. These Palau class, they aren't as impressive as I thought they were. I thought they were pretty good. I'm like, man, we got eight medium launchers. That's awesome. But then we ran into Mr. 12 launchers. We're gonna take this. This is right off our coast. And it's just our destroyers, so we have a chance of just, doing some damage. But then, we ran into Mr. 12 heavy SSMs and got taught a lesson about what the deal is for real here. So we're going to go to screen mode. Let's look and see where our launchers are at on here. Looks like they're on the sides. So we're going to go fire at will and turn. And oh boy, here come the missiles. Why are we not changing formations like I told them to? Did I hit a wrong button here somewhere? Alright, damage destroyer. See if you can get home. Man, we're just not very accurate with our missiles either. Well, we can, have we limited the flooding to 0? We have not. But we will have to slow it down to avoid taking on more water, even though it's on fire, which is an unfortunate situation there. But I think they fired off all their missiles, and so have we. So it's time to see if we can't get our auto loaders into action, along with our torpedo launchers. Looking pretty good? No. Nice. Keep on attacking. AB M always be missiling? I don't know. All right, that's looking pretty good. Looks like we got him dead in the water. Is it just a destroyer? Oh, we got more contacts over here to the west. Okay. Well, let's launch some torpedoes. Nice. Okay, so it was destroyers. So we traded one destroyer for one of theirs. So, eh, you know. Nice. France is out of the war. We're just going to say okay and take the economy boost. And the US resolves to fight on, although they are experiencing. They've invaded the Antilles. But the US is also experiencing some civil unrest due to our rating. So you know what this means. So we're going to go for our submarines. And we're going to move them over to the Caribbean. And we're going to go for some long-range subs. And we're going to move those to the North American East Coast. And we're going to send some more over to the North American East Coast. We don't have many ships on foreign station, however. That's a problem. So I'm going to take one of these off of trade protection and put it on foreign station. That's not enough. So we're going to do a couple of these and put them on foreign station. And one more. There we go. Don't know why. Oh, it's because this one here struck a mine. So kind of, oh, hang on. This one here can go on foreign station as well. There we go. That helps. So we'll take these back to trade protection. They're probably more valuable there. Okay. So it's just us in the United States now. Mano a mano. Let's compare. Oh boy. They are 3 times our size and gross tonnage. They have 4 battle cruisers. We have none. We got rid of ours. They got 21 battle. Their their CV fleet is twice the size of our displacement in total. So just a little comparison. Boy, we really need to play as the US just for the power fantasy. Like just so we can have the ultimate whatever we want. Okay. Well, we're losing subs like crazy, but we're getting value out of it. There we go. Causing disruptions, food shortages. We have a little bit extra monthly balance, but we're going to save it. Again, we're just focusing on trying to keep as much money as we can while we do this, even though we have 8 of these new cruisers being built. But we want to preserve as much of our funding here as we can, so when the war ends, we hit that big 20, 30K deficit, it won't just immediately sink us. We'll have a chance to respond. What is this? 1 Corvette versus their entire fleet? We're going to decline that. We're going to say, nah, true victory lies at sea. Well, we lost the Antilles. Funny enough, our balance went up when we lost the Antilles. I think these colonies are costing us more money than we're actually like getting from them. So even though it's probably causing unrest as well, yeah, even though it's probably causing us some unrest, it might not be a horrible thing to get rid of some of those. Ooh, let's fight this battle. This is the kind of like this is the kind of battle we like, where we're like it's like a dice, toss of the dice. It's a Corvette. If we lose it, it stinks, but it's not the end of the world. But there's a lot to gain. There's a lot to gain here. We have 7 heavy SSMs on this thing. So if we just make contact, just looking around. We got 31 knots in this thing. We don't have a scout. Don't have a helicopter. Couldn't squeeze that into here. Nah, we're not going to keep looking. Let's look at the map. Oh, he was over there. We went so close to that. Oh, the thing has 8 SSMs. Oh no. I feel like if we both just unloaded on each other, haha, the war's over. We're gonna take this. We're not taking any other territories. We're going for the economy boost, and we're just going to see just how big we're in debt here. So pretty good debt. But we have a way of negating some of that. We can halt construction on that. Still doesn't help. Halt construction. Try to get us under 20K. Not great. That's only like 6 months. Only about 6 months, but we do have a lot of subs being built. So in the next few months, some of that will be fixing itself. But oh, what the heck? All right, let's save the game and try and figure out what the heck happened during all these wars. All right, so we shot down enemy fighters because they never really approached like our fleet. Like it was just all air to air. We didn't have a chance to use our SAMs or our Sea Whiz or anything of the sort. Okay, we stole improved 7-inch guns. What do you do? We'll also be finishing our new docks here in just a couple of months or so, which will help with the monthly balance. There we go. And they took away our funding. So that is not great. We need to survive at least a few more months to start getting some of these submarines built. There we go. Here's the new helicopter prototype. So the speed goes down. The range, up or down. And the stats improve a little bit. I don't know. Not a fan of this, but we will take. I don't know. It feels like our air technology kind of like reaches like a dead zone eventually. So let's halt these. Try to keep our head above water at least a little bit longer. We got 4 months of budget left. We will finish a lot of submarines. Yeah, 12 SSMs. That's like that looks at yeah, it might actually be the same French class that annihilated us. But that is a pretty dang good class of ships. I don't know. I feel like when we get all these submarines done, we should be close to neutral on the budget. So we're just holding off. No, we're not taking the Falklands. Stop it. Listen, someone in Germany really likes Argentina. Here's the Russian heavy cruiser. I'm more scared of those light cruisers with all the SSMs than this thing, honestly. All right, we're close to neutral on the budget. How are we looking on our submarine? Yeah, there we go. This might actually put us slightly in the positive, but it is nice. It's really nice to restock on our submarine fleet. Like that is our main fighting arm, as it turns out. Okay, we're going to save. And it looks like we're going to be getting 400, 400, so about 800. We're going to be about 1,000 on monthly balance. Actually, 1,300. So we'll resume one of these, and then we're going to hope for a budget event. Now we just wait. We have about 2 years worth of balance going on here, unless we get our budget slashed again. Okay. There it is. There's no way to get... We're going to go for double tension here. I rarely take this option, but we need to get our tension up so we stop losing our budget, because this is pretty stupid. Halt construction again. Now we have like less than 6 months of funding. There we go. We're getting a lot of tension here real quick. Zoom. But we're getting a little bit of prestige and a little bit of budget there. That is the one thing I think I dislike most about the game is how it really punishes you for like staying inside your budget. Yeah, we're gonna denounce Britain and go for some budgets. Here's the Dauphine class, 27 aircraft, just a light carrier, nothing special. We'll do a new naval patrol craft. We'll go for speed, and we'll go for reliability. And we did get budget from that event with Britain. So we're going to give this a couple of months to get some balance back up, just in case we lose our budget again. And then we'll resume one of these light cruiser builds. So here's the Hilarity class, 62 aircraft. That's small for the US. 30 knots, 57,000 tons? I don't get it. Like that's gigantic. This thing should be carrying like 100 aircraft on it. Is it because probably because they have so much into the flight deck, but I don't know. That's like kind of weird. That's a weird build. Well, we found out what the secret is to winning wars in this era. It's you hold down your home territory as long as you can, and you spam submarines. Hope for the best. But I do have some free time here today, so I will be doing another episode for. So this episode will be coming out tomorrow on Monday. Dartmouth class. It's a respectable for a 5,300 ton cruiser. That's very respectable. It's got a helicopter. It's got medium SSMs. Yeah, it's fast. Might not be too expensive to build. Who knows? But this episode should be coming out tomorrow on Monday, so I will be doing another episode right after this that'll be coming on Tuesday. We are getting close. We are getting close to the point where we need to discuss what nation to play next. Now, I personally would really like to play the US, but I know that other people have their ideas on things. So, as again, we'll just take whatever gets the most comments, like whatever gets the most suggestions. There we go. We just lost our budget again, even though tensions are pretty high. But we did save up a little bit of money for this contingency, so we should be able to finish one of these cruisers. I am just the incompetent man for this job. Farewell. Farewell, buddy. Here's the Chester. See, look, they're building this fancy class, which is 10,000 tons bigger than the other one, and it holds 90. They're just, let's increase tensions with France. Why not? Because the tensions are going down anyway because of the recent war. Like right here, France reduced the recent war. U.S. reduced the recent war. Spain. I mean, who cares about Spain? We haven't fought Spain since like 1910. But I don't know. With the budget situation being the way it is, we're over budget by denouncing Italy. Nope, no budget. With our budget the way it is, like if we'd gotten a couple of budget raises instead of budget decreases, we could be working on most of our light cruisers right now. There we go. We could be working on most of our light cruisers, and then when they're done in like 2 years, we could start. We could actually build like a cool like final CV class, if you know what I mean, like our ultimate if we had all the resources we wanted, like what we could have, like we could have like 12 of these if we really wanted to. But all right, so we're about 35 minutes in. The war has ended, and I'm going to go ahead and film the next episode here in just a minute. So I'll see you on just a minute, and I guess technically I'll see you all tomorrow. But again, thank you all for hanging out so much. Appreciate you all. I will see you next time, and sail safe out there.